Welcome to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we are tackling what feels like the biggest question in audio right now. You need new noise-canceling headphones, but you're just stuck between the two giants.
It's the classic rivalry, isn't it? Sony versus Bose. It feels like it's been going on forever.
It really does. So today we're diving into the brand new Sony WH-1000XM6 and the Bose QuietComfort headphones.
And the question is pretty simple. Does either one really deserve to be crowned the new king of active noise cancellation?
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our mission here is to cut through all the marketing hype for you. We're going to pull out the key specs and, more importantly, the different philosophies behind these two headphones.
Right, so you can figure out which one actually fits your life. And that battle, it really starts with the core technology itself, noise cancellation.
And Sony is making a really bold statement this year. It feels like their entire strategy is just raw processing power.
Oh, absolutely. Brute force. They've put in this new HD noise canceling processor, the QN3.
And the big claim on the spec sheet is that it's 7 times faster than the chip in the last model, the XM5, which that sounds impressive, but what does 7 times faster actually do for me?
That is the crucial question, because speed isn't just about turning the sound off. It's about how quickly and precisely it can react.
React to what, though?
To sudden, sharp noises. Think about a door slamming down the hall or the clatter of a fork in a cafe.
Okay. The sounds that usually sneak through for a split second.
Exactly. Those are called impulse noises. The QN3's speed means the XM6 can generate the counter signal almost instantly, so you barely even register those interruptions.
And it's not just the chip, right? It's being fed a ton of information. They're using 12 microphones this time.
12 mics. It's a massive amount of data. But the real secret sauce here is what they do with it. They call it the adaptive NC optimizer.
Okay, explain that. What is it optimizing that I wouldn't even think about?
Well, it's looking at everything besides the noise. It measures atmospheric pressure, which is a huge deal for frequent flyers, as the plane ascends and descends.
So the cancellation stays consistent.
Stays perfectly consistent. But it also detects how you're wearing them. If you put on a hat or take off your glasses, the seal around your ear changes.
And that can let sound leak in.
Right. But the optimizer detects that tiny change in the seal and adjusts the ANC algorithm on the fly to compensate. You don't notice a thing. Sony is basically betting that this automated intelligence can create a perfect, uninterrupted bubble.
They're trusting the machine to handle everything.
Oh, right.
Okay, so that's the high-tech processor-first approach. Let's pivot to Bose. How are they competing with that? Their mode system almost feels a little traditional now.
I think that's a fair question. But Bose isn't trying to win on mic counts or processor speed. They're leaning into their legacy of, well, user control.
So less automation, more customization.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You get their legendary quiet mode for full cancellation and a wear mode to hear everything. But the real innovation is that they let you create your own custom modes in between.
Meaning you can decide exactly how much of the world you want to let in.
Absolutely. You can dial in the perfect setting for your specific office or your commute, and they tackled the one thing that drives almost all ANC users crazy.
Don't say it. Wind noise.
Wind noise! They built a dedicated wind block feature. Wind is a nightmare for microphones. It creates that horrible, low rumbling sound.
Yeah, it can make headphones almost unusable outside.
So Bose gives you a specific tool for a specific problem. It's a different philosophy. Sony offers automated perfection. Bose gives you the toolkit to define your own perfection.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move from blocking sound to actually making it. Audio fidelity. Sony's talking a big game here too, claiming studio quality sound.
They are, and they're backing it up with some serious hardware.
Yeah.
We have to talk about the driver. It uses a carbon fiber dome.
Why does that specific material matter so much?
It's all about stiffness and weight. Carbon fiber is incredibly rigid, but also extremely light.
So it can move faster without bending or distorting.
Exactly. It results in much cleaner high frequencies and a really tight, accurate response to music. Vocals and instruments just sound incredibly precise. It's built for someone who really wants to hear every detail.
And they're pairing that with support for high-resolution audio wireless through LTE. Now, for anyone who's heard that term, why is LDC such a big deal for Sony?
Well, LDC is their own technology, and it basically transmits about 3 times more data than standard Bluetooth. So theoretically, you get much more detail and dynamic range.
But there's a big if there, isn't there?
There is a huge one. To get the benefit of LDC, you need a high-res music file, like a FLHIC file, and a phone or player that also supports LDAC.
So streaming from Spotify isn't going to cut it.
Not for the full high-res experience, no.
Yeah.
But if you have that ecosystem, the XM6 is designed to preserve every single bit of that original recording.
So Sony's philosophy is engineering precision, the artist's original intent.
Yes. And Bose, again, takes a step back from that and asks, well, what do you want to hear?
Right. They put the focus on their adjustable EQ.
It's the core of their sound philosophy, where Sony says, listen to it how the engineer mixed it. Bose says, make it sound perfect for you. You get full control over the bass, mids, and treble.
Which is huge for anyone listening to, say, hip-hop or electronic music, where you really want to feel that bass.
It is. It's a recognition that sound is subjective. They empower the user, and that even carries over to their app.
I saw they have that Spotify tap feature.
Which is such a small but smart detail. You press a button on the headphones, and your last Spotify session just starts playing. No need to pull out your phone. It's all about streamlining the experience.
Okay, let's get into the really practical stuff, the things that matter day to day, especially for travel. Battery life.
And this is a pretty clear and significant win for Sony.
I thought so. What are the numbers?
The XM6 gets up to 30 hours of playback with noise cancellation on. That'll cover you on pretty much any flight in the world.
30 hours is huge. And their quick charge is pretty wild, too.
It's incredible. If you have the right power adapter, a 3-minute charge gives you 3 hours of playback.
3 minutes for 3 hours. That's a lifesaver if you're rushing to the airport.
It really is. Now, the Bose QuietComfort is still very good, offering up to 24 hours, but their quick charge is 15 minutes for about 2.5 hours of playback.
So, still good, but Sony's efficiency there is on another level.
It really shows where their priorities are. Power management is a huge focus.
What about calls? Because taking calls on headphones can be, a very mixed bag.
A very mixed bag. And this is another area where Sony has invested heavily in dedicated hardware. They use a 6-microphone system just for your voice.
So it's separate from the 12 mics doing the noise cancellation.
Completely separate. And it's run by an AI that's trained to isolate your voice from all the background noise traffic, wind, other people talking. It keeps you crystal clear.
So if you're taking a work call from a coffee shop, the person on the other end won't hear the espresso machine.
That's the promise, yeah. Bose has great call quality, don't get me wrong, but Sony's AI-driven system is really next-generation stuff. It's that automation theme again.
Right. And finally, design and comfort. Sony brought back a feature people were really asking for.
The foldable design, yes. It was missing from the XM5, and it's a huge win for travelers. They fold up neatly into a much smaller case now.
And comfort-wise, they're focused on the headband, right? Making it lighter.
Lighter, wider, and designed to spread the pressure out so you don't get that hot spot on the top of your head after a few hours. They come in at about 9 ounces.
And Bose has always been the king of comfort. That's their whole reputation.
It is. They're all about those deep, plush, over-ear cushions, that sort of cloud-like feeling. And they are a little bit lighter at 8.5 ounces.
So it's a choice between Sony's engineered pressure-free fit and Bose's classic plush cushioning.
It's a subtle but really important difference if you plan on wearing them all day.
Okay, so let's boil all of this down. We have 2 incredible headphones, but 2 very different approaches. For you, the listener, how do you make the final call?
The crown is definitely split based on what you value most. You should choose the Sony XM6 if you prioritize the absolute cutting edge of technology and automation.
So choose Sony if you want that faster processor, the 12-mic array, the best battery life at 30 hours, and that potential for true high-resolution audio with LDAC.
Exactly. You're trusting Sony's engineering to create the perfect listening environment for you automatically.
And on the other hand,
you should choose the Bose QuietComfort if you prioritize personal control and established best-in-class comfort.
So choose Bose if you want to create your own custom noise cancellation modes, if you need that essential wind block feature, and if you want that adjustable EQ to shape the sound exactly the way you like it.
You're sacrificing a little battery life, but you're gaining deep user control.
So the big picture is that Sony is leading with machine intelligence and engineering precision, while Bose is leading with human-centric design and customization.
Which brings us to, I guess, the final thought for you to consider. When you're faced with all the noise of the world, do you trust the smart, adaptive processor to handle it for you flawlessly? Or do you trust your own ears and your own ability to fine-tune your environment with a set of powerful, flexible tools?
Automation versus customization. That really is the clearest way to think about it.
It's the philosophical divide, and your answer to that question will probably lead you straight to the right pair of headphones.
That's an excellent point. To find the latest prices and deals on both the Sony XM6 and the Bose QuietComfort, be sure to check out the links we've put for you in the description below.
And if you want more deep dives like this that cut right through the noise, make sure you hit that subscribe button.